Hi, I'm Evan Pickworth from Business Day and the Financial Mail, and we've got Tammy Whyman with us today from Accenture. She's MD for Communications, Technology and Media at Accenture, and they've just done a new report on trends in the consumer market. And one of the interesting things is that this market seems to be a lot bigger than anyone expected, especially when it comes to the requirements of consumers and the demands of consumers. And what we are seeing is a lot of switching between providers. So welcome, Tammy.
Thank you, Evan.
So now the switching economy, just explain to us what that is and how big it is.
What we've done is we've put a value on the amount of switching which has happened over the past year within South African consumer market. And when you look at what the long-term value of all those contracts or services represent, our estimation is that there's $47 billion US dollars, which has basically changed hands between different businesses over the past year.
Now, the demands of South African consumers are a little bit different to the developed world. Is that one of the trends that we're finding, a little bit more demanding?
Yes, we do find that South Africa, like many emerging markets, the consumers are more demanding of their service providers. And because of that, we found that 76% of consumers who responded to this survey did switch one of their companies or regular service providers over the past year.
Now, we're seeing and hearing about buzzwords in the economy, one of them being e-commerce, and the big mantra is that you get that right and you're going to do very well. Is that really happening at the moment?
In South Africa, you'll find that the preferred channels still to interact with businesses are either the physical footprint, retail premises, or the call center. At a distant third is then interacting with companies via digital. But when consumers go to those digital channels, they are more satisfied there. However, still 50% of them are dissatisfied with the digital channel as well. So there's still a lot of work to be done there.
Okay, when we're looking at switching, specifically, your survey was across all sectors of the economy. Did anything stand out? Any sector stand out more than others?
What we did find is, a lot of the comments were around the sectors which prevail in the economy. So if you look at banking or communication services, because that tends to be a service that most of the respondents would have an interaction with. And when you look at both of those sectors over the past year or past couple of years, there has been a lot of encouragement to switch different providers there as well, and we can expect to see that in the future as well.
Okay, and if we had some advice for the boardrooms in South Africa, what would that advice be based on the survey for the people that have to make these decisions in this new economy?
My advice would be to understand your consumers. The technology is available to truly understand what your consumers are doing on practically a minute-to-minute basis, so you can predict their behavior with a large degree of certainty, of course. And I would advise the companies to get a big data strategy in order so that they're able to predict when a customer is going to be going into one of their customer service interaction points, be able to serve their needs, avoid the need for the customer to have to repeat their history every time they're going into a different channel, etc., because those are very basic complaints which continue to crop up every year. And right now there's really no excuse for not implementing some sort of strategy to understand your customer in a better way.